still kicking off. Let's go. Police dogs everywhere.
We want to be free to do what we want to do.
But before all that tasty goodness, guys, I'm currently outside the former home of Middlesbrough Football Club, Ayresome Park. I think I've looked at images on Google, but I'm pretty sure that's where those famous Ayresome Park gates were originally located. Of course, they've been put outside the main entrance of the Riverside Stadium now. Let's go check it out. Let's go. Ladies and gents, welcome back to Riders the 92. Oh yes, we're back making content on English football and of course ticking off each of the 92 football clubs and stadiums. This is episode 3. In episode 1 we did Cheltenham, episode 2 Oldham, and here we are in Middlesbrough. Now I do like to get nostalgic and talk about the history of each club we're visiting, but with the nature of this game today, of course a top of the table clash in the Championship, I've decided to leave some of the nostalgia to a different video, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on a video all about Ayresome Park, the former home of Middlesbrough, and of course we'll touch on Middlesbrough's history and so on. Now every time we visit a ground we need to tick off the 3 P's. That's a pie, a pint and a pin badge. But today, of course, there's 4 P's. You cannot come to Teesside and not have a bloody Parmo. So today we're going to have a pie, a pint, get a pin badge and scran down a Parmo. So let's head over to the Riverside, meet a couple of ground hoppers, let our hair down and soak up some of that match day atmosphere. Right then guys, I thought I'd try a different place from a Parmo. We've gone to G's Golden Chippy. A bit more of a greasy one. Apparently they serve it in a pizza box. Can it live up to the Marigianos? The other one we had last time. Let's see. Guys, just look at this. A hot shot Parmo. Now that's a small one. She said, you sure you want a large one? She said a small one is quite big. She ain't kidding me. Big appetites in Boro. Comes with chips, coleslaw, bit of a side salad, nice and healthy, and garlic mayo, because my Boro mates tell me you got to have garlic mayo with a Parmo. Let's taste test this beautiful Parmo. The only thing with that Manjaro's where we went last time is it's a sit-down restaurant. I've not got any knives and forks, so I'm going to have to use my fingers with this, guys, so I do apologise. Freshly cooked. Absolutely bloody beautiful. I'm not just saying it. We last time had the normal one. This is a hot shot one, of course. Nice and spicy. Just how I like it. Right guys, so in preparation for this video, I did some research. I did some research on the Teesside project, I think it was called at the time. Plans to build the Riverside Stadium. And I think it only took around 18 months to actually get this ground built. You can see this was a dock area. Coincidentally, I've just bumped into Jebo, an Evertonian over there, and we've just been speaking about Bramley Moor Dock and obviously the costs for that project and how long that took in comparison to the Riverside Stadium opening in 1995. Jebo, not a patch on Bramley Moor Dock, eh?
No.
So then guys, before we tick off the 3 Ps at the Riverside Stadium, we need to step back and give our ratings for last week's episode in Oldham. Of course, we're ticking off the 92, that's the point of the series, every club and stadium, but we're also rating each club and stadium based on 4 different categories: food and drink, fan atmosphere, stadium aesthetics, the way the stadium looks, and matchday experience. Now, those ratings will come at a 5, giving us a total rating out of 20. So let's crack on. How did Oldham do? Well, in terms of food and drink, I thought the options were really good. I'd say a better selection than Cheltenham Town had to offer the week before. In terms of pricing, it wasn't too bad until we found out what my good friend Big John had ordered. Cheltenham didn't have any pies, but Oldham did, so that satisfied me. But I did mention pricing. Now, Big John, my friend, was fuming after he paid £9.50.
How much?
For sausage and chips. So I would have given them a 4 out of 5, but I've got to knock them down a point for that scandalous £9.50 sausage and chips. So 3 out of 5 for food and drink. Now, in terms of fan atmosphere, Oldham definitely delivered on a cold, wet, windy Tuesday night. Not in Stoke, in Oldham, of course. Now, if we were marking purely on the Jimmy Frizzle stand, I'd probably give them a solid 5 out of 5. I don't know what more they could do. But as an overall rating for the whole stadium, of course, it was a bit quieter in the Joe Royal stand and the other one. So I'm going to give them 4 out of 5. Of course, we rate the fan atmosphere relative to the circumstance. A Tuesday night, not a derby game, 4 out of 5. The stadium aesthetics. Now, let's be honest, Boundary Park is a little bit gritty, to be polite. It's not pretty at all, is it? Let's be honest. If this was a Premier League stadium or even a Championship stadium, I'd probably give Boundary Park, for the way it looks, quite a low rating. But relative to the fact that they are a League 2 team, of course, the 4th tier of English football, it's not a bad ground at all, is it? And again, I am a sucker. I'm an old school football romantic and I love those rickety old stadiums. So again, you've twisted my arm. I'm going to say 3 out of 5 for Boundary Park, the way it looks. Now, matchday experience, you might be thinking, what do you mean by matchday experience? I'm talking about that whole feeling, the day. Again, pricing, how much did the ticket cost? Well, it cost me £20 on early bird sale, which I thought was a good price. Of course, that price goes up nearer the game. But in terms of, again, how friendly the staff is, the general vibe around the ground, which was incredible, despite being incredibly cold, wet and windy, as we said, the great people of Oldham, the fans, the employees, the staff, and the general atmosphere definitely warms you up. So again, I would be tempted to put the matchday experience lower based on the weather, but you just can't do that, can you? So I'm going to give them a really safe 3 out of 5. Now, I mean, I could be tempted to knock that up to 4 out of 5. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I'm going to keep it at 3 out of 5, but look out on YouTube for a poll and also on my Instagram at Rise Footy Paradise, because again, matchday experience does include the fact that we got not only 1 pin badge, but 2 pin badges. The shop was fantastic. If we're to do an EFL League 2 versus League 2 club shop face-off, of course, Oldham's was a lot better than Cheltenham Town's the week before. If you feel like it is a 4 out of 5 rating for that one, let us know in the comments below. Vote in the poll on YouTube or on Instagram. So that gives us a total of 13 out of 20, knocking Cheltenham down to 2nd place, first on the leaderboard, Oldham Athletic. Now we need to get back to the Riverside, back to Middlesbrough, to see if they can knock Oldham off the top spot. Let's go and find out. Okay, success. They have a pin badge. They had multiple pin badges, actually. Episode 1, we failed to get a pin badge at Cheltenham Town. My hometown disappointed. And here we go. We've gone for the retro crest. I'd say this is the better badge, but I think Boro are switching back to one like this. Maybe I'm talking absolute shite. I don't know.
Next season, I think.
A beautiful badge. Brilliant.
15 minutes since the big league was
Here we are, guys, sat inside Ayresome Park. Obviously not. This is another nice tribute to the former stadium. You've got the gates at the front. You've got the original seating, I'm guessing. And a fan here that's been here since the Riverside opened in 1995. And a couple of bloody tourists over here. Okay, so we've got some entertainment now. We've got 2 vloggers attempting to speak to Millwall fans. So how hostile or how friendly are the Millwall fans going to be? Thankfully, these guys are going to test that.
Let's hope they'll be alright.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I really do think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Went to Den earlier on, they were alright, so.
There's no problem with Millwall fans and people from Liverpool. No?
Or Mansfield, no. Nottinghamshire, so
Evertonians last time.
As long as they don't mention Margaret Thatcher or anything like that, I think we're
Don't
okay.
mention Everton, mate, or I don't mention Everton.
Don't mention Forest or anything.
Nice. Yeah, all over the card. Earlier on, guys, we were making comparisons with Bramley-Moore Dock. They do self-serve drinks, so do the Riverside. What was that, $5.80 for a Camden Stout? Can't argue with that. Beautiful pint. Boro fan, yeah?
Yes.
Score, mate, what are we saying? 6 pointer today?
Can I swear?
Yeah, of course you fucking can. Go on.
Not a fucking clue. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a nice 2-0. Comfy win. Beat Ipswich.
A Millwall fan just said 2-2.
Ah, well, Millwall can fuck off.
Top man.
Sit there for 90 minutes giving it.
I think all Millwall fans would have hoped, given where we finished last season, to be in and around the top 6. I've said the same thing every time I've been asked that. I was tempted to change it, but I'll go 2-2.
It's all kicking off. We were wondering how that just started, but apparently Jebbo threw a brick at the Millwall fans. acted up for the Boro fans, and it's all kicked off.
So I'm going to play it safe and say draw. I know it's the boring answer.
I said 2-2.
Yeah, I said 1-1. Yeah. I think they're a good team. They're a good away team, and we've been a little bit wobbly lately in front of goal. If we click and if we put our chances away, we could blow them away. But yeah, it's about which Boro turns up. So I'll go 1-1.
As well, food around the ground. What should I eat? Give me a recommendation.
Well, they've changed the burgers in the ground. I'll be honest. They might not
worse.
Worse. They've made them bigger, but they're not as nice. There's a burger van under the bridge over there where I always go, and it is top notch. I think it's called Aunt Nat's.
Okay.
Just under the bridge
Under
over
the
there.
bridge, by the teletext.
Yeah. That is my go-to.
Just to quote you, bigger is not better. Hope you're listening, Melissa, my girlfriend. I've told you all these years.
No, it's not. It's not about the size. It's about what you do with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Students, 16, Alan Brown. Now ball posters are. At the Riverside today. Today's match sponsor, VS Scaffolding Limited. The match ball sponsor, Riverside Limited.
Oh!
ladies and gents, this was an absolute cracker of a game. Of course, Middlesbrough fans will be so gutted that they did not get the 3 points. Absolutely dominated the first half. They should have gone in at half time, at least 3-0 up. I think this is a bit of a recurring theme for Middlesbrough. Of course, they drew a couple of weeks ago at Blackburn 0-0. Should have won that game. They're creating chances. They're playing some really nice football, but they're not putting the ball in the back of the bloody net. And of course, that's cost them today, because Millwall fans will feel incredibly over the moon, I guess, because after that first half, it did not look like it was going to be a Millwall win. Anyway, congrats to Millwall. Incredible fan support towards the end. And of course, Boro's fan support was fantastic. It's great to see games like this because, you know, even I've been critical of English football atmosphere, but both sets of fans did English football proud in this video especially. Incredible support from both. I was thoroughly blown away. There's nothing else for me to say. I really do hope, I'm not just saying this, I really do hope both Middlesbrough and Millwall will join Coventry in Premier League promotion this season, because three fantastic clubs with great history. Of course, Boro being a Premier League founding member, Coventry as well, having a deep history in the 90s in the Premier League, and it's nice to have Millwall there as well because they've never been a Premier League club. So what an awesome three promoted teams those would be. If you are new around here, make sure you do hit that like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm uploading that Ayresome Park video in a few days time, and make sure you do follow along to the series Riders the 92 for episode 4, because of course in each episode we will rate the previous episode on food and drink, fan atmosphere, matchday experience and the aesthetics of the stadium. As you saw, we did Oldham last week. Thanks once again, and I'll see you soon.